When lilacs last in the dooryard bloomed, and the great star early drooped in the western sky, in the night I mourn, and yet shall mourn with ever-returning spring. Ever-returning spring, Trinity, sure you to bring lilac blooming, perennial and drooping star in the west, and thought of him I love. A western, powerful wallen star, the shades of night, oh moody, tearful night. The great star disappeared, oh the black murk that lights the star. Oh cruel hands that hold me powerless, oh helpless soul of me, oh harsh surrounding cloud that will not free my soul. In the dooryard fronting an old farmhouse, near the whitewashed palings stands the lilac bush, tall growing without heart, with heart-shaped leaves of rich green, with many a pointed blossom rising delicate, with the perfume strong I love, with every leaf a miracle, and from this bush in the dooryard, with delicate colored blossoms and heart-shaped leaves of rich green, a sprig with its flower I break. In the swamp, in secluded recesses, a shy and hidden bird is warbling a song. Solitary the thrush, the hermit withdraws to himself, avoiding the settlements, sings by himself a song, song of the bleeding throat. Death's outlet song of life, for well, dear brother, I know, if thou wast not granted to sing, thou wouldst surely die. Over the breast of the spring and land, amid cities, amid lanes, and through old woods where lately the violets peeped from the ground, spotting the gray debris. Amid the grass in the fields, each side of the lanes crashing the endless grass, passing the yellow-speared wheat, every grain from its shroud in the dark brown fields uprisen, passing the apple tree blows of white and pink in the orchards, carrying a corpse to where it shall rest in the grave. Night and day journeys a coffin, coffin that passes through lanes and streets, through day and night, with the great cloud darkening the land, with the pomp of the in-looped flags, with the cities draped in black, with the show of the states themselves as the crepe-veiled women standing, the processions long and winding, and the flambeaux of the night, with the countless torches lit, with the silent sea of the faces and the unbarred heads, with the waiting depot, the arriving coffin and the somber faces, with dirges through the night, with 1,000 voices rising strong and solemn, with all the mournful voices of the dirges poured around the coffin, the dim-lit churches, and the shuddering organs, where amid these you journey, with the tolling bells perpetual clang. Here, coffin up that slowly passes, I give you my sprig of lilac, not for you, for one alone. Blossoms and branches green to coffins all I bring, for fresh as the morning, thus would I chant a song for you. Oh, saint and sacred death, all over bouquets of roses. Oh, death, I cover you over with roses and early lilies, but mostly and now the lilac that blooms the first. Copious I break the sprigs from the bushes. With loaded arms I come pouring for you and the coffins, all of you, O death. O western orb sailing the heaven, now I know what you must have spent. A month since I walked, as I walked in silence, the transparent shadowy night, as I saw you, had something to tell as you bent to me night after night, as you drooped from the sky low down as if to my side, while the other stars all looked on. As we wandered together the solemn night for something I know not what kept me from sleep. As the night advanced and I saw on the rim of the west how full you were of woe, as I stood on the rising ground in the breeze in the cool transparent night, as I watched where you passed and was lost in the netherward black of the night, as my soul in its treble sat dissatisfied sank, as where you sat or concluded dropped in the night and was gone. Sing on there in the swamp, O singer bashful and tender, I hear your notes, I hear your call, I hear I come presently, I understand you, but the moment I linger, for the lustrous star has detained me. The star, my departing comrade, holds and detains me. Oh, how shall I warble myself for the dead one there I loved? And how shall I deck my song for the sweet soul that has gone? And what shall my perfume be for the grave of him I love? Sea winds blown from east and west, blown from the eastern sea, and blown from the western sea, till there on the prairies meeting these and the breath of my charm, I'll perfume the grave of him I love. Oh, what shall I hang on the chamber walls, and what shall the pictures be that I hang on the walls, to adorn the burial house of him I love? Pictures of growing spring and farms and homes, with the portmanteau that's sundown, and the grey smoke lucid and bright, with floods of the yellow gold of the gorgeous indolent sinking sun, burning, expanding the air, with the fresh sweet herbage underfoot, and the pale green leaves of the trees prolific. In the distance the flowing glades, the breast of the river, with a winged apple here and there, with ranging hills on the banks, with many a lung against the sky, and shadows in the city at hand, with dwellings so dense and stacks of the chimneys, and all of the scenes of life in the workshops, and the workmen homeward returning. Lo, body and soul, this land, my own Manhattan, with spires and the sparkling and hurrying tides and the ships, the varied and ample land, the south and the north in the light Ohio shores and flashing Missouri, and ever the far-spreading prairies covered with grass and corn. Lo, the most excellent sun, so calm and haughty, the violet and purple morn, with just felt breezes, the gentle, soft-born, measureless light, the miracle spreading, bathing all the fulfilled moon, the coming of eve delicious, the welcoming night, and the stars over my city shining, all enveloping man and land. Sing On ye sing on, you gray brown bird. Sing from the swamps, the recesses. Pour your chant from the bushes. Limitless out of the dusk, out of the cedars and pines. Sing on, dearest brother, warble your reedy song, loud human song with voice of uttermost woe. Oh, liquid and free and tender, oh, wild and loose to my soul, oh, wondrous singer. Yeah, oh, only I hear, yet the star holds me, but will soon depart, yet the lilac with mastering odor holds me. Now, while I sat in the day and looked forth in the close of the day with light and the fields of spring and the farmers preparing their crops, in the large unconscious scenery of my land, with its lakes and forests, in the heavenly aerial beauty, after the perturbed winds and the storms, under the arching heavens of the afternoon, swift passing and the voices of women and children. Many move at sea tides, and I saw the ships how they sailed, and the summer approaching with richness, and the fields all busy with labor, and the infinite separate houses, how they all went on, each with its meals and minutiae of daily usages, and the streets, how their throbbings throbbed, and the cities pent low, then and there, falling upon them all, and among them all, enveloping me with the rest, appeared the cloud, appeared the long black trail, and I knew death and thought and the sacred knowledge of death. Then with the knowledge of death as walking one side of me, and the thought of death close walking the other side of me, and I in the middle as with companions, and holding the hands companions, I fled forth to the hiding, receiving night that talks not down to the shores of the water, the path by the swamp and the dimness, to the solemn shadowy cedars, and the ghostly pines so still, and the singer so shy to receive just received me, the gray brown bird I know received us comrades three, and who sang the carol of death, and the verse for him I love, deep secluded recesses, passing the visions, passing the night, passing, unloosing the hold of my comrades' hands, yet each to keep and all retrievements out of the night, the song, the wondrous chant of the gray-brown bird, and the tallying chant, the echo aroused in my soul, with lustrous drooping star and the countenance full of woe, with the holders holding my hand, nearing the call of the birds, there in the fragrant pines and cedars, dusk and dim,